North Canterbury's community radio station, Compass FM, and you to me are everything. It is the real thing. Joining me in the studio is Prudence Stone from Te Kōhaka, or Tūhaitara Trust. Kia ora, good morning, Prudence. How are you?
Kia ora, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, look, it is okay. This is the first time that you and I have had a chat about the park, but it's a regular thing in a monthly chat that we have with Tūhaitara Trust. Because
we're gonna be friends.
I think we will be quite friends. Well, the amount of coffee you brought in and the cake was amazing. That's fantastic, Prudence. As a trustee of the park, how often do you actually get to go into the park yourself? Do you spend a bit of time down there?
Every morning I get down there. I've got a dog and I actually live in Woodend Beach, luckily.
Oh,
so
no.
Yeah, so we get out there every morning at the crack of dawn, and it's just so beautiful, and especially at this time of year, it's really worth it.
It really, really is. I was out at the park last year, the year before, in fact, doing a wee bit of tree planting. I think we're going to get into that a bit later on.
Yeah.
But it is an absolute hidden gem of North Canterbury, and it is literally at the basically the southern end of Woodend. Just hang a right at Gateway, and you can't miss it.
Exactly. And in the morning, if you cross through it and then get onto the beach, the sunrises are beautiful on the beach, but then in the afternoons when you're walking through, the sun sets and all the long shadows through it is just so pretty, especially in autumn when all the the colours are changing.
Yeah.
So we're really lucky to have this place.
Absolutely, don't have a problem with that. In fact, that big area where you can do picnics and all sorts of stuff over there as well.
Oh, there's tons of places for picnics.
So Prudence, you're a trustee on the trust board. What does a trustee do? What is your role? What do you do?
Well, the main thing we do is we keep sight of a 200-year vision. So this trust was a settlement trust between the Crown and Ngāi Tahu, and so the trustees are really responsible for keeping that partnership between Crown and Ngāi Tahu alive and thriving, and it's a real blessing to have a 200-year vision to try and protect and serve, and that's about restoring this land back to what it was traditionally before colonisation, a mahinga kai for the community, loads of native species thriving in the place, and a food source for the community. So that's what we're striving to get to, but in the meantime, it's really about protecting the health and safety of the staff, making sure we've got the thriving community of volunteers as well. Keeping people happy, arms around their shoulders, that sort of thing. Exactly.
Isn't it quite incredible that this is an absolute, almost a central location? I'm talking to those that maybe have just moved to North Canterbury recently. We had a few refugees from Auckland and Wellington and that sort of thing arriving recently. But this was an incredibly important location for Māori in the South Island, literally near the park, there.
Yeah, it was one of those capitals of the South Island, really, like a place, I believe, where all whānau came to trade. It was like a little bit of a marketplace for Te Waipounamu.
Yeah, it's just absolutely beautiful. And the history is there. So if you are an import to North Canterbury, welcome. But you do need to go and have a look at this particular park.
Down,
and quite frankly, it's so easy to find. Woodend, the southern boundary, follow the sign. You can't miss it. We mentioned earlier on that there's going to be some plantings and other bits and pieces. I did some of that a couple of years ago. It was actually really, really cool. There's going to be more planting done soon, yeah?
Well, we've kicked off the planting season already. We had a planting day on April 5th, and that was at the Mahinga Kai Huria Reserve, and that was a huge success. We got about 35 volunteers. I was planning on getting down there. I had mobility issues that week. I crashed my car, unfortunately, so I didn't get down there. But about 35 people showed up from the community at Courtney Drive, and they planted over 650 seedlings that day in just an hour and a half. They go really hard.
Yes, I could probably attest to that. When I went and did my volunteering bits there, I just absolutely ripped into it for about half an hour, and then I could hardly move for the next 3 days. But the planting, if you get into a system and you've
It's
got
back-breaking work.
well, yeah, it is. But it was so rewarding. You know, I was the hole digger, and I had someone behind me putting it in, someone behind stepping it down. It was a little system that
Great way to work out people.
Absolutely.
And feel good about yourself afterwards for doing so.
Are you going to do anything this Easter, this weekend, as far as that?
Well,
sort of
yeah. So we're hosting the National Orienteering Championship. So if you're coming down for a walk over this weekend, you might bump into teams of keen orienteering folk. I think there's about 300 people registered. It's New Zealand's middle distance event is in Waikuku, and then the relay event is in Woodend, and I believe our park's been chosen because, you know, it's got such diverse and really challenging terrain.
It is something to be seen, really. If you've not been to the Tūhaitara Park there, you need to go along and have a look at it. And this long weekend is a big, great time to do it.
And cheer along the teams if you bump into people looking confused with their compasses out. Just so go.
Yeah.
Cheer them on.
Yep. Basically, I'd be like a lost jogger. I'd be just running around in circles myself. I can't read a compass, but I can talk all about compass. How does that sound?
Hey, yeah, you should have. You should be the logos on the t-shirts or something.
Sadly, on the back will be "Don't ask me." Anyway, Prudence Stone, a trustee from the Te Kōhaka or Tūhaitara Trust. Thank you so much for coming in, and
thank you for trying so hard to pronounce the name right. It's wonderful.
Giving it a go. It's what we try. We crack on. We give it a go. Prudence, we'll have a chat to you again very, very soon.
Lovely. Thank you.
9:15, Compass FM.